Hello everyone! Welcome back to Lydia's Plate. My name is Lydia and I'm a homemaker, homestead mom to 4 kids, ages 12 to 6, in that age range, and I do all kinds of videos about all that kind of stuff. So preserving animals, garden, keeping a home, all that kind of stuff. So if you like that, that's what this channel is about. Today I'm going to be filming a regular weekend clean with me, and my house is a disaster because we are into canning and preserving season, and so things don't get kept up like they usually do and things start to fall behind. So come along with me and I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. So the first thing I need to do is clean up from some laundry that was hanged to dry from last time, whenever that was, and clean up that rack. So then I can keep going with the laundry. I had the washing machine almost full already, so I just had to top it off and fix that one towel, and it is ready to go. Now that that's done, I'm going to empty and sort the contents in these hampers. So that's done, and as you can see, the boys have been playing with their toys upstairs and I have been busy canning. So I have jars all over, I have produce in areas as well, and there are just so many different things that need to get cleaned up. I've been to the store, so I've got a big bag of flour there under my purse and mail to clean up, just all kinds of random things all over the place. A binder for my volunteer work, just so many random things that are all over the place because it has just been so busy. I have been going places, come home, drop stuff, pick up more stuff, keep going, do the next thing, and not actually stop to clean anything up. So that's what is happening today. On the table here, I'm placing all the things that I would like the kids to help with by putting away. They know where these things go, and the girls especially are very careful with these jars of pickles, so they will take them downstairs and put them away on the shelf labeled for pickles. Inside that pot, I had just shoved a whole bunch of cups as I was hurriedly emptying the dishwasher, and so now it was time to actually put them away. Like I said, I have just been dumping stuff in random places just so that I could keep afloat by keeping on top of dishes, for example, just throwing stuff wherever I could to keep the motion going. I've been inspecting everything as I take it out of the dishwasher because lately I've been having trouble with my dishwasher. I'm not sure why. It hasn't been getting things clean. And so probably 2 weeks after I filmed this, I found out that in the washing machine in the back, in the dishwasher, in the back of the dishwasher, there's a piece that brings the water up into the spray nozzles for the top rack. And it has 2 settings. You can have the rack higher or lower, and there's a rubber flap or seal that closes off whichever hole you're not using. And the rubber flap that's over the hole that I normally have the rack set at, that one has been broken since I got it. Like, this was a $5 thrift find, this dishwasher. And so that rubber flap was already gone. But now, about a week or 2 ago, or more, the flap for the upper hole had ripped off, and so instead of having that flying around in the dishwasher, I took it out, threw it in the garbage, didn't think anything of it, and suddenly the dishes on the top rack weren't getting clean like they were supposed to. Like only about half the cups would get clean and only the stuff in the center would get clean. So we took that whole dishwasher apart, cleaned it as best we knew how, and couldn't figure out what was going on. And then just a day or two ago, not that long ago, I realized or had the thought, hey, you know what, maybe it's a pressure problem, because why isn't the water shooting out to the ends of the sprayer arms to get all those cups and dishes around the edges of the rack? And so I plugged that hole, and that seems to be all that it was. Now that that hole is plugged, dishes are getting clean again, so I am so glad to have that figured out. Our oldest had gotten a letter from a friend out of province, and she was so excited. She was reading it to me. She thought there were some funny parts in there, and she's been enjoying her pen pals. And then it's back to work. I had made muffins the other day, and I love these pans. They are made in the USA, and they're designed to be kind of like stoneware. They're not stoneware, but they're designed in that same way that once they're seasoned, they don't need to be greased anymore. But I had made some very moist, sticky muffins, also with chocolate chips in them, and so this time they needed more cleaning than just with paper towel. They had been left out because I've been so busy. I made the muffins and left them to be cleaned, and Carissa had tried cleaning them the best that she could, but this time they hadn't gotten all the way clean, so I needed to actually wipe them down with a dishcloth. And the boys were having a hard time sticking to their task of cleaning up. They kept wanting to go back to playing, but I can't wash the floor when all the toys are there, and the floor needed to be washed, so the toys had to get cleaned up. In the meantime, though, as they were working on that, one toy broke. We thought it broke, but really it had just come apart. So it took a few minutes to figure that out and fix that for them, and away they went, happy as clams again. you can't see here just exactly how dirty my oven was, but with all the canning and making suppers and everything in between, there were splatters all over, and especially those small jars that you see beside the oven, those have relish in them, and that relish really started to splatter as well. So it's more of a sticky mess, a clear sticky mess that you can't really see, but it definitely needed to come off. So there we go. That is just baking soda and a scrubby that I'm using there. And now my dishcloth to wipe all the baking soda off. And I usually have to do this twice because, I don't know, maybe I use too much baking soda, but I want to make sure that all the junk is coming off and that I don't have to spend a whole lot of time scrubbing and scrubbing. So I use a little extra baking soda. So there we go. The countertops and dishes and all of that stuff is caught up. So now we can move on to the floors. At first I had thought I would just move the chairs a little bit and sweep and then move them back, but then I thought, you know what, no, today I feel like moving them all the way out of the way and not fighting with each one as I need to work in that area. This bag of flour I'm just going to put underneath my flour bin. Thankfully my drawers are big enough, deep enough that that works, so then it's all cleaned up. So now that the floor is swept, I can wash it, and you'll see here as I go past the fridge, I open the door because I have found that when I do that, I can better wash the floor around the fridge when the door is open because I can reach farther than when the door is closed and not at an awkward angle. And perfect timing, just as I finished washing the floor in the kitchen, the washing machine dinged that it was done washing the load. So here we are, back to the laundry again. And sadly, here in Canada, it is getting to that time of year, at least on the Canadian prairies where I live, where fall is creeping up on me faster than what I'm ready for it. And I'm having to face the fact that soon I won't be able to hang my laundry outside anymore. So I'm gonna have to start looking into more ways to hang more laundry downstairs. I continue to do that throughout the winter. I prefer to hang my clothes to dry just because I've had too many clothes wrecked that went into the dryer that shouldn't have been, and then they shrank in weird ways, and I don't know, each to their own. I have come to love hanging laundry, plus because we heat solely with our fireplace, our house gets very dry, and so we need that moisture back into the air anyways. But that is coming up. Fall is creeping up on us so fast, and so I am relishing these last few times of being able to hang laundry outside. There may be a few nice days here and there in September yet where I might be able to sneak out there, but the drying time also gets shorter and shorter all the time. I am likely going to be reduced down to only an afternoon, and that's just part of life. That's the way the seasons go. There we go, back to the inside chores. Move all those stools back, and then I can move on with the dining area and the living room. Here again, just like with the island stools, I decided it was easier today to move all the chairs out of the way and then later put them back once I have the floor swept and washed. I have not swept the living room yet, but there is so much junk on this sweeper that I needed to stop and clean it off before I continued, because it was getting so full that it was starting to lose stuff as I swept, which slows me down, takes more time. So then I'm better off if I just stop for a few seconds and vacuum it off. Feels so good to have those floors all washed and clean again, and now we're back to the laundry again. So here I had started pulling the laundry out, and then I decided to do it a little differently and throw all the clothes into the one basket, and then all the socks, underwear, or items that would dry very quickly on the line into the other basket. That makes it that much easier for me later when I'm hanging it to be as efficient as I can be and get the stuff on the line first that needs a longer drying time. I've been noticing that by folding my laundry off the line right into the baskets and kneading those baskets to continue to do laundry, it keeps me accountable to some degree to clean up the laundry, to get it put away where it belongs, because I need my baskets back. So I don't know if that's something that helps you or not, but that's what I'm finding for myself. Instead of leaving laundry in the baskets and not getting to it, it forces me to put it away because I need my baskets for continuing with laundry when I do more than one load in a day. laundry is all caught up again, so now we can go back to cleaning. We're cleaning in the hallway bathroom now, and I'm just gonna get it all tidied up, straightened out, and it'll be good to go again for the next week. I had heard somewhere that an aloe vera plant likes the moisture and humidity in the bathroom, so I have moved mine here. And I also found that somehow over the course of time, the entire plant was actually not even planted into the dirt, if that makes sense. It was just laying on top. So that explains a little more to me why it wasn't growing. Like, I've seen my friends' aloe vera plants and they are massive. The leaves are like 2 feet long and draping over everywhere, and mine is not that size at all. I don't have a green thumb to start with, even though I love gardening. I'm not good with houseplants. So when I heard about aloe vera plants liking the bathroom, I thought I would try it, so that's why mine is here. I decided to change it up and do this bathroom a little differently this time, so you're getting some different angles here. And that bag of bags is something I need to go through once I have some more time and sort out which sizes in there actually fit in the garbage can and which ones are good for a company who needs a bag for any various type of reason. There we go, the last load is started, and we're going to get out here and clean up what is on the line. Those socks were not quite dry, so I'm going to set them aside for a little bit, and they won't take long. Soon they will be dry. In fact, I'm sure by the time I have all these towels hung up, those socks will be dry. Sandra's being a super big helper today. She's come to get that empty basket and she's going to grab the clothes out of the washing machine for me and bring them out, and then she'll carry some loads of laundry, or for sure one basket of laundry, back in, and she is just saving me so much time. We've worked really hard to teach our kids that if we work together as a team, then we get to go play together as a team, and they get to have more time with us, because when the work gets done, there's more time for play. So she has learned that very well over the last however many years, and it is such a joy when kids start to understand that things don't just happen. It takes work to get stuff done. To see them grasp that concept and be willing to pitch in and help is just incredible. There we go. The laundry is getting done. Kevin's gonna help and take that basket downstairs, and I'm going to get this entrance tidied up and whipped back into shape. Those pails from Pool Shock have become so handy for picking produce in the garden, and so when you see those floating around, it's not Pool Shock in there anymore. They're continually coming back into the house because I'm using them for picking all kinds of produce out in the garden. Speaking of produce, there's my pile of zucchini. If anybody has recipes or ideas of what to do with zucchini, I welcome them. I've tried zucchini in soup. Not a big fan of that, maybe because the chunks were too big. I'm not too sure. Maybe I would like it better if it was shredded into the soup. I'm not sure. I haven't tried shredded in the soup. Mostly I use it for pancakes, waffles, muffins, and we'll eat it fresh in salads or tacos, stuff like that. But if you have more ideas of what to do with it, I would totally welcome those if you want to leave those in the comments below. One more thing I have done with them is to roast them in the oven along with other veggies and a few spices, and that has been delicious as well. But again, if you have any ideas of what I can do with zucchini, I would love to hear them. There we go. So I got the hallway vacuumed and the entrance done, but I realized that it was getting later in the afternoon and I wanted to get out here and get this laundry cleaned up before the dew started to come out. As I mentioned earlier, fall is coming. I cannot ignore it, and so that has also been meaning in the last couple weeks since August started that the dew has started to come out by, I don't know, I guess around 8 o'clock. and I know I'm going to be busy with making supper soon, so I want to make sure I get out here and grab this laundry back in before it gets dew on it, and then it'll be wet all over again. So as I finish up taking the laundry down and taking it in, you'll see that I do grab some pairs of shorts, capris, pants, whatever, and I'll just take them inside and lay them over the backs of chairs, stools, and let them finish drying that way overnight, because that way they'll be mostly dry. It'll just be spots like around the pockets, thicker areas of the pants, where they won't be completely dry, and so those will air dry very quickly, just hanging over the backs of chairs overnight. But if the dew falls on them, then they're wet like fresh out of the washing machine again. So that is why I'm out here wanting to avoid that. Alright, so last but not least, our bedroom. This is where all the laundry has ended up that is not the kids. Kids have all taken their own laundry, and so I'm going to get all of our laundry put away, our floor vacuumed, and our bed made. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have been so motivated to either clean your space now after watching this video, or maybe you've been cleaning right along with me. If so, congratulations, you must be done as well. And so if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, comment if you would so like to, and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. We would look forward to bringing you so much more content in the future, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys!